Maintain focus going into the first few corners. We don't want an incident before the race has even started.
What up, guys and girls? Another brand new video coming at you today. We are back for another round of the Redline Racing League RRL F2 League for Season 1. We're here for the round number 10 here at the Italian Grand Prix. And fingers crossed we can hopefully avoid any chaos at turn 1, because there's definitely going to be a bit of chaos around here. You saw the qualifying lap, didn't go to plan, obviously, got invalidated. Probably would have finished about P4, I think, remember, but we're going to do the opposite strategy here. And no formation lap, so here we go. 5 red lights. Very long hole, but let's do it around Monza here, and it looks like we've got a decent start. Matt, who was my teammate back in Hungary, has now changed teams to BWT Ardern. Silly bugger, I don't know why he's done that, but anyway, well, no, we're going to not worry about that. Up the inside into turn 1 with Max Mate in the MP Motorsport car. We've got Alan Hugo not far behind as well, who's also on the medium tyres. Obviously, we have no idea where Max is going there, but that does not help his run coming out of the Curva Grande there. We're going to have a see if we can have a look up here into the second chicane here as Matt has now left the session there. Don't know what all that was about. I had a feeling, I was actually in a party chat with Frizy.
That's a strong start. Well done.
I think we both had a feeling that maybe the lobby was going to be restarted because of the no formation lap. But no, it looks like we're still continuing on for the time being. So obviously we're up into P3 from P8. Probably would have been a heck of a lot higher maybe had we started where we hopefully started if we'd actually done a proper lap and not invalidated, or we get ourselves disqualified like majority of others have. But anyway, going through what was it? As that was Dill. I think I had a little bit of a spin coming out of Ascari. That was the one I'm trying to think of. But we managed to avoid that, and we're up into position 2, and we're the best of the medium compounder tyre runners. How about that for them apples, to say the least? But to say the least, I was very shocked at this stage of the race. Anyway, New Zealand Venom is the leader, obviously with the fastest lap now. He's on the soft compounded tyres. Obviously, like I said, we're on the mediums, but we're under attack here from both Max Mate and looks like Mitchie. We're literally going down the white line just to make sure it doesn't get biased here. We had to brake so early here into turn 1, managing to just get the car in there. Somehow, I do not know how we managed to do that here, but I think Mitchie, oh dear, I think he's had a bit of a moment coming out of the exit there. Might have actually shortcutted that. I can't actually remember from memory there, but thankfully I have had a bit of knowledge around Italy back in what was it, DRS, back on the PS4. So that's some sort of knowledge for this track, because there's yellow flags behind it. I have a feeling it's one of the MP Motorsport cars. I think it might be Derek Kidd, and now there's more yellow flags. I think it's the other MP Motorsport car. So they're having a terrible day to start with here at the Italian Grand Prix. Mitchie's now back up into 3rd place. You see we're still pushing on here, lap 4, skipping ahead a few laps here because literally nothing happened. New Zealand Venom's gapped us by about 7 seconds. Nice encouragement there from Jeff. We're already in the top 10. We were started in the top 10 anyway, so who bloody cares anyway. But Venom is leading the way massively.
At the moment, the car behind us is lapping faster than us by around 1 second per lap.
That being Alan Hugo.
The gap behind us is 4.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 4 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:32.4.
And so he has not got any penalties at this stage. There's Alan Hugo. Derek Kidd's now retired from the Grand Prix. I think he had a spin coming onto the front straight there, but that does not help our cause as we pick ourselves up the first of our 3-second time penalties.
Finishing time at the end of the race.
Yeah, Venom literally just was literally gone at that point about lap 6, but finally he comes in at the end of lap 6 now, so we take the race lead for the time being, as Alan Hugo will jump up into 2nd place as well, and Frizy will jump into 3rd place.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the soft.
He's just felt pretty comfortable here, just going through the laps. He was setting pretty personal best times, or close to it. So it felt like we could have a pretty decent result here, and hopefully closing that gap. I don't know why the game thought I was coming into the pit lane, but we obviously invalidated that lap time. It probably would have been a decent lap time as well, as we're going to box at the end of this lap to get it onto the much fresher rubber. I think Alan Hugo's come into the pit lane But I was so surprised at how long the soft compounded tyres could go anyway. But yellow flags because I think Dills had a crash at the exit again of Ascari. A virtual safety car has been deployed. Now, as you can see, there's Dill's car up there. But it's interesting to note on the virtual safety car screen, any pit stop made will not count as the mandatory pit stop. Now, I have seen this before, and obviously I was planning to box this lap, obviously, but I have seen this before previously in other races, and literally what I was doing here is I literally had to slow down here and just wait until the virtual safety car graphic would go. Then it'd be literally the perfect timing. I think it's similar to what happened in DRS at, what was it, Azerbaijan. So I was just literally just waiting, going slowly as I can, to just get into the pit lane and hopefully waiting for it to go green here. And I felt like I pretty much nailed it there, as obviously the DRS is now enabled. So myself and Frizy are now both in the lane. New Zealand Venom, I think, will take back the effective race lead, as there he goes. So here we are. Here's the Univirtuoso crew. Off the medium tyres we go, onto the softs, as Frizy's going to come down the lane. Not in a moment or two, actually not too far behind us, actually. So that was actually pretty perfect timing there for us there, as Alan Higa now makes it a Campos 1-2. I've got that name right compared to what happened back at Hungary, but as here we go with the rejoin. We should be pretty safe here onto the podium for the time being, as there's Mitchie, who's the nearest.
You'll be on the softs.
And yeah, that was interesting to note what Jeff said as well. I think I got clarification. No, sorry.
Is 3.0 seconds.
So that was the gaps behind, but it was interesting to note there from Jeff saying we got one pit stop to go, which I thought, okay, maybe I didn't get the right timing of the virtual safety car. I don't actually know. I felt like I was comfortable at the time, but yeah, maybe not so. But we're going to just keep pushing on here and just see what happens, really. So we're sticking aboard here for my fastest lap around Monza. So we fly through the first at the Variante della Roggia, as hopefully that's the good Italian pronunciation. If I said it wrong, I do apologise. But now through the two Lesmos. Nicely, perfect, nice run through there. Obviously, we'll have DRS because we're nowhere near the nearest car, which of course is, who knows? Actually, I think Mitchie might be the closest car behind me, but Alan Hugo's definitely pulled away there. But we set the fastest middle sector there, literally like 1.1 seconds quicker, nearly, or 1 second quicker. And again, that second time penalty does not help our cause there at all. What was it? 1.084 seconds actually quicker on that lap time. So hopefully maybe this would be good enough for, well, I felt at the time maybe it was good enough for a fastest lap, but of course Alan Higo, as things got that at the moment, I can't remember what he set there, but it wasn't quite quick enough for us. What was it, a 1:30.872? So
seconds per lap. Keep this up.
It wasn't quite quick enough for the fastest lap overall, but and the extra point. But now we just literally just try to push on as best we can, flying it over the second chicane there. It's I think the news is just going to get a little bit worse as we come onto the front straight here. So I think that's basically now confirmed that unfortunately the timing was just, I got it wrong coming into the pit lane at the wrong time. I felt like I nailed it, but and well, that just sums it up really, doesn't it? 5 second time penalty coming into the pit lane. Oh, bloody brilliant, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, I was literally furious at my well, I mean, I felt like I nailed it at the time coming into the pit lane, but obviously I was just maybe just a little bit off there at the time anyway. So anyway, we come back out in position 6 in the end. New Zealand Venom, I think, gone on to win the feature race, so big congrats to him. But yeah, I mean, there's just no words really. It was in a decent position as well to get a podium here, but yeah, in the end, he's going to come home in 6th position in the end. So yeah, I just literally so wanted to chuck it in the wall there. I obviously wanted the tyre to fall off, but it didn't in the end. So yeah, there you go. There's the podium for the feature race. I think it's all Renault drivers, if I'm not mistaken. Well, they've got all the Renault kit on. I think they're all maybe possibly all Renault Academy drivers, or possibly some. I don't know, but they're all in similar kit anyway. But we'll hopefully get over these get these results over and done with. So Venom wins the Grand Prix ahead of Alan Hugo. Is that Matt in third? Michi fourth, Frizy fifth, ourselves in sixth, Benny in seventh, Top Beat Banter in eighth, Max in ninth, and Dill and Derek hit only 2 DNFs. So yeah, we'll get over that one and move to the sprint race, which obviously the top 8 gets reversed, and so for obviously New Zealand Venom will start from P8, and it's a simple medium tyre strategy around here. Pretty clear skies as well. Yeah, so the beauty of starting 6th, obviously, we start in 3rd position. So here we go for the sprint race. 5 red lights. Let's do the sprint race around Monza, and it's a lot of wheel spin off there from Top Banter there. And Benny, I think, who's currently leading this championship at this stage, is going to go side by side with him down to the first chicane here. We're taking it nice and cautiously through here as we're going side by side, I think, with that Matt. So we're trying to get past him. There's a little bit of a squeeze there from Matt off the corner there as we get on the grass, and well, our weekend's just going from bad to worse now, isn't it? So with all that drama, we're now at the back of the grid now in P11. So yeah, that was certainly interesting to say the least now, as there's yellow flags ahead. Mitchie's actually out of the Grand Prix. I think he, as a safety car has been deployed.
Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
I think he and Frizy actually had a coming together from memory, or something along those lines. But yeah, fortunately for Mitchie, that's his race done at the Variante della Roggia. But here's a replay into the first chicane here. I felt like I was in front here at that time, but I don't know. I mean, Matt and I, we've had our close battles in the past here, and I mean, this is a little bit of a fun league as well. So yeah, it is what it is really. So we're back in well now is 10th place.
That was a bad start, but don't overreact. We can salvage this.
Yeah, well, with the safety car, may salvage it a little bit here, but interesting to note, Alan Hugo here at the end of lap 1. He's come into the pit lane here. He's going to take a big gamble here. I think going to the soft compounder tyres as we catch up finally to the back of the grid, as we're now behind Matt as well. So this is going to be a very interesting restart, to say the least here. Someone's spun off at the safety car. That's Max Mate in the MP Motorsport car. He's gone for a little spin in between the two Lesbos. That's just what you need.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Thank you, Jeff, as we're going to go for a restart here at the Italian Grand Prix, as we're taking it nice and cautiously through here. Obviously, just trying to avoid like any lag moments. You probably would have seen there's been a few red X moments there. That's again, that's mainly to do with my internet. So I'm just literally staying to the right-hand side here, doing like what Penske usually does. Just literally stay to the right-hand side and just try to avoid any issues later, like if anybody gets wing damage or whatnot. But literally, it was like a slow restart here. I think it's Benny that's leading the Grand Prix, or the sprint race, if I'm not mistaken. But we're about to go green now off the final corner here. Off goes race leader. Alan Hugo is going to take full advantage of his quick rubber on the soft compounder tyres as he goes. The two BWT Arden cars go side by side here. It's going to be very awkward here. The lag's not helping my cause here either as we go very deep and maybe ghosted through Dill there. Very lucky we didn't cause any major chaos at turn 1. We had to take the shortcut through there, obviously. We're going to come out in last. I don't know.
We'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
I still don't understand why you get penalties for that. You actually got
Race control aren't happy with your creative interpretation of track limits. They've given you a 3-second time penalty.
I think I got actually awarded both a 10-second and a 3-second, if I'm not mistaken, as someone's gone for a spin. That's Frizy at the Variante della Roggia. So he's not had a great restart either. So both of us are in the party at the same time. We're at the back of the grid here. But have a look at this, the replay here. Look how close I was here. I think, thankfully, the ghosting saved me there. That could have ended so ugly here, but obviously had to go cut left and right and left again. Yeah, I think I got a 10-second and 3-second penalty. Seemed a bit harsh, really. Yeah, you can see it very quickly there. So, yeah, so that's really going to pretty much ruin our race for now anyway. So, it's battles. Now it's basically a sort of recovery drive here. Is like we go to these guys in front here. I think that's we got Max Mate, and I think is that Matt in the BWC Arden car. I think Alan Hugo's possibly gone by. Not entirely sure there, but into turn one. It's be very interesting to see what happens here between these guys. As I think Matt's going to have a look down the inside of Hugo to make contact. I had to take avoiding action and get a 3-second time penalty for my troubles. And then try to get on the power, and we lose the car again. Man, this round's going downhill fast around here. I don't think I've got any front wing damage from memory. I may have looked there. I can't even remember if I looked, but I think twice now we've hit the wall and twice we've got away without any damage. But yeah, both Matt and Alan Hugo have had their fair share of run-ins. That was Max Mate, I think, it came into the lane. He must have got a front wing change.
The car in front is 4.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 8 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 33.3. You're taking 1.8 seconds out of them each lap.
Yeah, just taking the penalty situation of Matt in front there as we get another 3-second time penalty. So that doesn't help my cause there. But I was saying before that both Matt and Alan have had their fair share of run-ins throughout the whole season here. And it obviously continues. We set our personal best on that lap, I think it was, on lap 10. What was that lap? At lap 9, I should say. My apologies. I didn't even write it down. That just shows you how good I am. But,
this is your final lap of the race.
Yeah, going back to Hungary, those two had their fair share of battles then, and it's sort of continued a little bit into this race here. But we're on the last lap here. Got to stick a board here for the last lap here because it might be an interesting battle here. We were starting to slowly but surely closing into the back of Matt here. This is obviously for position 7 here, but it probably won't matter for us because Matt does not have a penalty, and I can't even remember how many penalties I've got. Some of them are just ridiculous, but anyway, it is what it is, really. I think we're still going to score points here because we did not have a shocking run there through the Variante della Roggia. So that sort of sucker punched our run coming out of there. Now through the 2 Lesmos we go. From memory, I think it is with the F2, obviously, you get 4 points for pole position, and obviously top 10 can score points in the feature race, and the top 8 score in the sprint race from memory, if I'm not mistaken. So Max has the fastest lap of the race. I think he might have come in for a set of soft compounded tyres when he made that front wing change, but got a nice run coming out of Ascari as we are closing in a little bit. We both ran a little bit with track limits wide, but anyway, as Top Banter, I think, has gone on to win the Grand Prix. Not sure whether he's done it on track or penalties. So actually, he says Benny has won the Grand Prix. We'll get confirmation of that in a minute, but we didn't quite get the run coming out of Parabolica there in the end. So in the end, it's going to be P8. Yeah, I mean, it was going to be P8 in the end, let's be honest, but I wanted to finish it off literally like beating Matt on the track, but anyway, it is what it is. So, yeah, Benny does go on to win the Grand Prix ahead of, the heck is in second place? Don't tell me. We'll get the confirmation of the full results in a second, but Derek Kidd, I think, is 3rd from memory, if I'm not mistaken. We'll get confirmation of that in a second or two as we get a few more rewards here on our what is it, our license or whatever it is called. So, that's right. Benny wins the Grand Prix ahead of New Zealand Venom. That's the other one I was trying to think of. I was thinking Alan Hugo for some reason. Derek Kidd in 3rd. Alan Hugo finishes in 4th. Top Banter dropped all the way back to 5th with penalties. Dylan 6th. Matt in 7th. Then you got myself in 8th. Frizy in 9th. Max Mate in 10th. And Mitchie was the only DNF for this race, as the poise situation. So Venom takes the round ahead of Alan Hugo. Benny, we finished 9th, obviously, with our, I can't remember, was it 9 points, I think, from memory? I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, that was certainly an entertaining Italian Grand Prix. Hopefully you guys and girls enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a big smash of that like button. As always, you can leave your comments down below. Subscribe to my channel for plenty more RRL footage here on F1 2019, plus plenty more video gaming content as well. As always, all my social media links will be down in the description. Plus, I'll leave the links down below to their website if you want to go check it out. Plus, their what else is there? Their streaming services, like both the Twitch and the Mixer channels, I think, from memory. I'll leave a link as well to the standings if you want to go check them out as well. But yeah, until the next round, which wherever that will be for me, it is goodbye, and I'll see you all next time.